I'm from England. Yes. Yes, home of the most attractive people in Europe. Until around the 9th century, when some people called the Vikings came along, and they burnt down all our villages, and they stole all our attractive people. That's it, both of them. And they took them back to Sweden and Norway, and they just shagged themselves to a better looking society. And now everyone calls English people ugly, but they go to Sweden and Norway and say, oh my God, they're so hot. Oh, aren't they the most gorgeous? Yeah, those are our hot people. It's time to give them back, I think. Or for reparations, at least, let me have sex with your sister, I think. It's only fair. Yeah, you'd think being that hot that the Swedes would be super happy, right? But they have some of the highest suicide rates in the world, and you know that's colonial guilt for you. That's, you know, they just look at their hot selves in the mirror every day and go, I can't live with myself. What we did to the English, it's terrible. They do. Some of the highest suicide rates in the world in Sweden and Norway and Finland and all those places. And yet, also, every year, they do this global happiness survey. And those countries finish top of the global happiness survey. Kind of when you think about it, though, it does make sense, because all the unhappy people... This guy got it immediately. The rest of you a bit slow, but that's all right. No, I guess, so I live in Spain now. I've lived there since 2013. Super happy to be out of England, living my best life in Europe. Apart from the fact, as an English person, I do experience a lot of racism thrown my way. I think it's disgraceful. You can't just keep calling us ugly, telling us that we have bad teeth. That's not nice. I got so sick of this after a while that a few years ago when people said, oh, you English? I stopped saying I'm English, because actually I haven't lived there for years. I don't really associate with that as a nationality. So I would say what my ethnic background is. So when they said, are you English? I'd say, no, I'm a Jew. Yeah, that reaction is why I don't do that anymore. Hasn't aged well these days. And that's not fair, because I didn't say I'm Jewish. I'm not religious. I've never really practiced Judaism at all. I'm a Jew. That's just my family background of both sides. I'm actually a really bad Jew as well, you know? Like, everything I do is not really what Jews are supposed to, apart from stand-up comedy, maybe. But, no, and I've always been a bad Jew. When I was little at school, I used to say to my friends that instead of the tooth fairy, Jews have the foreskin fairy. Yeah. But I wouldn't stop there. I'd go into very specific detail about the process. You know, after the circumcision, we take the skin home with us and we put it under our pillows at nighttime. And in the morning when we wake up, the skin has been magically replaced with the controlling stake of a media company. And in case you were wondering how that happens, it's the foreskin fairy. Never even dated a Jewish girl in my life, not once. I had a really bad breakup a couple of years ago, and I thought I'd rectify that. I thought maybe I would finally find happiness by dating someone of my own ethnic background. We'd connect on some deeper spiritual level. So where do you find a Jewish girlfriend in 2024, 2025? Tried an app, a dating app that's only for Jews. It's called J-Swipe. I don't know why people laugh at that. That's the actual name of the app. And I get it. It's a shit name, right? Like, I'd have called it something like Tinder's List. But it's J-Swipe. Big missed opportunity there, J-Swipe. Very popular in the room here. Only let Jewish people on there. Only for Jews, which means it is the only dating app in the world where it's compulsory to send a dick pic. They recently updated the security. That's how you log in. You just get your phone. Got that. It's very smart. It's called Jew factor authentication. It's very clever. So yeah, I'm an English Jew. Gross. No, it's great. I love being here with you guys. I love being able to travel all around Europe and the world doing comedy. It's fantastic. I love going to all these different countries. I've never done comedy in Belgium before. This is super exciting. I did get to spend some time in Germany recently, and I loved it. You know, in England, we're taught kind of to hate the Germans, and as an English Jew, they are my natural predator. But I loved it there. The people, the country, I went all these different cities. It was incredible. The only issue I have with Germany is this weird custom they have over there. If you're in a restaurant and you just ask for water, they bring you sparkling water by default. They don't ask you still or sparkling. They just bring you sparkling water. Now, I know that sounds like a bit of a first world problem. And in a restaurant, it's not an issue because you say, oh, no, I wanted still. They bring it back to you. However, if you are drunk out of your mind in a Berlin hotel room at 3 a.m. on a hot summer's evening, and you are desperately thirsty, your mouth is as dry as a desert, and you reach desperately for the free bottle of water the hotel provides, and you take a gulp, and it is sparkling water. That is unacceptable. It is disgusting. And some of you think I'm overreacting to this. Fine, but I just think sparkling water is the worst thing Germans have ever done with gas. Maybe the second worst. Yeah, it's great. So I got to go and do comedy in America for the first time a couple of months ago. What a great time to go to the United States of America. I had so much fun just watching the downfall of their country. It was great. I bought eggs for a laugh. I just thought, yeah. But when I was there, they started doing all these mass deportations of illegal workers. Now, don't tell anyone. But I wasn't supposed to be working there. I didn't get the artist visa. Most of the gigs I was doing were for free. I thought it'd be fine, but then someone said to me, no, that still counts. You might get in trouble. And I thought, come on, I'm white, I'm English. They're not going to come after me. It's not going to be a problem. And then a week into my 3-week trip to the States, I read a story that they arrested a white English woman at the border coming in from Canada to America because she was working illegally. And all she was doing was working in someone's house in return for getting to stay there. And suddenly I panicked. I'm like, oh shit, I've been putting my stuff out on Instagram every single day, announcing that I'm doing all these shows. They're going to come for me. So I'm frantically Googling this story. And I came across an interview on Sky News in England with her parents. And they said, it's terrible. We don't know what to do. We can't get a lawyer to her. We don't know how long she's going to be there. She's in a detention center in Tacoma, Washington. That's all we know. And also, she's having digestive problems. She's in the medical center because they don't have vegan options there. I was like, sorry, they don't have vegan options in the immigration detention center in America. And I was like, do you know what? Keep her there. Execute her. Like, be vegan, that's fine, but I think there's a point where there's maybe a limit, you know? Imagine her in this cell with like 30 other women who are big, butch, skin-headed, tattoo lesbians from Latin America, been drug running their entire lives, and this white English girl. And the guards deliver their government-issued pork chop of the day. And she's like, guys, actually, meat is murder. There's a way to get stabbed in prison as quickly as possible. Shaming. But it was a wild time to be there because, you know, every day they're coming out with the maddest stuff. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but the week I was there, Caroline Leavitt, the spokesperson, the press secretary for the United States, she was asked a question. Now, a French MP had come out that week and said that America should return the Statue of Liberty because America no longer represents the values of the Statue of Liberty. That's what he said. Caroline Leavitt was asked this question, and she said, well, I think that French politician should think twice about what he said. He should be more grateful for the United States of America. Because if it wasn't for us bailing them out in World War II, they'd all be speaking German right now. That's what she said. It's incorrect. I've been to France. Those people would rather die than speak someone else's language. And also, what a hypocrite, because if it wasn't for the French bailing America out in the Revolutionary War against us, the British, Americans would all be speaking English properly.